Stop. Do not scroll past this message. Look at me right now. You did not arrive here by accident. Heaven aligned time itself to bring you to this exact intersection. I have a piece of chattering news for you today. It will change everything in your life. Give me just 1 minute of your absolute attention. Do not let the noise of the world distract you, because this divine encounter was planned long before you were born. Something just shifted in the unseen realm because of your tears. This is not a joke from the algorithm. Open this message before it is too late for your breakthrough. Come closer, my beloved child. Let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired. Take a deep breath right now. Let your racing mind find rest in my presence, because I am about to unlock the heavy gates that have kept you trapped for years. I know how heavy your heart feels today. You have been fighting so many bitter battles in total silence. You pretend you are perfectly fine for everyone else around your table. You wear a brave smile while quietly breaking inside your room. And every single morning when you wake up, the thick cloud of exhaustion is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You push through the pain. You work hard until your bones ache. You carry the heavy burdens of people who never bother to ask how you are doing. You have become a hidden refuge for those who are broken. But when the night comes and the house grows quiet, you sit alone on the edge of your bed with tears running down your tired face. I saw you in those dark moments when the silence was too loud. I saw you fold your fragile body into the smallest shape to hide your sorrow while the rest of the world was fast asleep. You pressed your face into your soft pillow so nobody would hear your cries. You have been running through every possible outcome in your head for weeks. You feel completely stuck in this place. You ask yourself if you arrived late to your own destiny. You wonder why every step forward requires twice the effort. You see others moving ahead while you remain in the same fog of uncertainty. The spirit of weariness has been whispering lies into your ears. It tells you that your prayers are vanishing into thin air without an answer from my throne. But hear me with the deepest part of your wounded soul. I have not forgotten the promises I made to you in the light. I have recorded every single word you spoke in the dark. Your quiet faithfulness has not gone unnoticed in my holy house. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. I am your loving protector through this long storm, and I will not let you drown. I saw when you poured out your sincere love into empty hands. You gave everything you had to people who only knew how to take from you. You have been hurt by the very ones you tried to protect from harm, and now you feel a strange numbness spreading through your spirit because you are simply too exhausted to feel anything anymore. Your shoulders are constantly tight from the stress of tomorrow. You try to control every detail because you are terrified of falling apart completely. You think that if you drop the ball, everything will collapse around you. But my child, you were never meant to carry this heavy universe on your own weak shoulders, and I want you to let go. You have been a silent survivor for far too long. You have carried the generational weight of a family that does not understand your light. They look at you, and they only see your quietness. They do not see the massive spiritual warfare you fight every single day. They do not know the price you pay to keep the peace in your home. I know the specific dates when your hope almost died. I know the exact hours when you wanted to give up and crawl away into the dark. You felt completely invisible to the world. You believed that your life was just a series of endless disappointments. But those painful delays were not a sign of my ultimate rejection, because I was working behind the scenes. Let this truth settle deeply into your troubled spirit. The news I have for you today will completely erase the bitterness of your past. I have authorized a divine reversal that will stun those who doubted your calling. Your waiting season was a holy preparation room for a greater destiny. You are being refined like pure gold in the fire. I want you to look back at the doors that closed in your face. Remember the relationships that ended suddenly without an explanation. Remember the jobs that vanished when you needed them the most. You cried out to me in anger because you thought I was punishing your efforts. You thought I was being distant when you were hurting. But in truth, my hands were shielding your life from hidden traps. I pulled you away from rooms that would have destroyed your pure heart. I removed people who were not equipped to walk into your future abundance. What you called a painful delay was actually my absolute protection because I kept you hidden for a specific purpose. Now the time of your hiddenness is coming to an end. The sealed instructions for your life are about to be opened before your eyes. You are standing at the exact threshold of a massive breakthrough. The news I bring today is a holy guarantee that your labor was not in vain. The enemy wanted to destroy your mind with fear and heavy anxiety, but I have stepped into your day to silence his loud noise. I am breaking the invisible chains that have kept your spirit bound to the past. You will no longer repeat the painful mistakes of those who walked before you. You are the chosen cycle breaker of your family, and your children will walk in total freedom. Feel the quiet shifting that is happening right now in your chest. That sudden warmth behind your sternum is my comforting presence. It is the proof that I am closer to you than your own breath. I am clearing the thick fog from your heavy mind. I am restoring the joy that the thief stole from your soul during the dry season. Do not look back at the years you think you lost in the wilderness. I am going to restore everything with a divine interest. The harvest that is coming will make the waiting feel like a small moment. You will look up in total wonder at the beauty of my perfect timing. Your heart will overflow with a deep gratitude you have never known. But you must stay with me until the very end of this message. The news is too important to be rushed or skimmed through lightly. If you let distraction pull you away now, you may miss the exact instructions for your path. The enemy wants you to click away because he is terrified of your awakening. He knows his power over you ends today. Breathe deeply, my child. Let your stiff shoulders relax completely. You are safe in this holy alignment. If your heart recognizes my voice, take a small step of agreement right now, like this video as a sacred act of covenant between your spirit and mine. Let the digital realm know that you stand firm in your faith today. This simple action is not for the world. It is an outward sign of your inward surrender. It tells the unseen realm that you are ready to receive the good news. You are closing the door on your worries. You are opening your hands to receive the provision I have prepared. The weight is leaving your body as we speak. I see your willingness to trust me even when the path is blurry. That is the exact quality that disqualifies you from failure. You do not need to be perfect to receive my blessings. You only need to offer me your trembling obedience. I can work miracles with a broken heart if you give me all the pieces. I am rebuilding your foundation. I know the exact depth of your valley, my child. I see your invisible tears. You hide your agony well from the world. And because you are always the one who provides strength to everyone else, nobody ever notices that your own foundation is quietly crumbling under the heavy pressure. You carry their burdens while your spirit breaks in the dark. I was there when you sat in the bathroom last Thursday night. You turned the water on high so nobody would hear your broken voice. And as you pulled your knees tight against your chest, you looked at the dark corners and questioned your own worth in this world. You felt so incredibly alone. You wondered if anyone would notice if you vanished tomorrow. I watched you fold your laundry yesterday afternoon. A sudden wave of grief hit your chest out of nowhere, and you had to lean against the wall to catch your breath, because the heavy pain was simply too big for human words. You wiped your eyes quickly before your children walked into the room. You put on that fake smile again because you refused to let them see your weariness. You have been trapped in a cycle of rejection for months. Every time you open your heart, people step on your kindness without a single thought. They use your gentle spirit as a stepping stone for their own selfish desires, and you are left with nothing but the broken pieces of a beautiful heart that used to love without any fear or hesitation. You feel like a stranger in your own life. I saw you walking through the grocery store. Your mind was racing in a million different directions, and you were counting your tiny coins while worrying about the giant bills that are waiting on your kitchen counter. You felt a sharp pain in your stomach because fear is eating you alive. You asked me where my provision was when you needed it the most. I heard your desperate whispers at 3 a.m. Your body was deeply exhausted, but your mind refused to sleep because the cruel enemy kept throwing fiery darts at your true identity while you were defenseless. He told you that you are a failure. He said your past mistakes disqualified you from my grace forever. But his vicious words are nothing but a lie. I saw you look at your old photographs with a deep longing in your eyes. You miss your old self. You miss the laughter without heavy weights, and you feel like that joyful child died somewhere along this painful road of isolation while you were busy surviving. You are tired of being the strong one who always keeps everything together. You just want to rest. I watched you sit in your car outside your office this week. You needed 20 minutes to find the strength to walk inside that building. Your hands were shaking on the steering wheel while you forced yourself to stop crying. And you are completely sick of pretending that you love a place that drains your spiritual energy every single day. You feel like you are wasting your precious years in the desert. I know about the secret betrayal that shattered your trust last year. You gave your absolute loyalty to them. You trusted their false promises. But they turned around and used your deepest secrets to humiliate your name while you were not looking. And you still carry that heavy knife of disappointment buried deep inside your aching shoulder because you cannot seem to let it go. I saw you staring at the ceiling of your dark room. The rest of the world was dreaming peacefully, but you felt like you were buried alive in a deep cistern of loneliness that no earthly ladder could ever reach. The walls seemed to be closing in on your faith. You wondered if I turned my face away from you because of some hidden sin. You felt completely abandoned by heaven. But hear my gentle whisper in this exact moment of your absolute brokenness, my beloved child. I have never left your side for a single second of this grueling journey. And even when you felt like fainting on that cold floor, my holy angels were surrounding your fragile body while you were shaking with heavy sobbing. I was holding you tight. Every drop from your tired eyes was caught by my hands. I have a golden bottle in my house that holds every tear you have ever shed in secret. None of your quiet agony has been wasted. And I am using this deep suffering to plow the dry soil of your heart because a massive harvest is coming to your life soon. I was there when the world rejected your help. I heard the evil words they spoke against your character behind your back. And I was there when you stood completely alone against that fierce storm of injustice while nobody else came to defend your name. My presence was your invisible shield against the adversary. You are still standing because of me. You think this wilderness is a punishment for your past. You think I am angry with you. You think you cannot get things right. But my child, my love for you is never dependent on your human perfection or your daily performance in this world. I loved you when you were lost in the dark, and I love you now while you are crying on your bed. I am the God who sees you in your isolation. I do not care about the mask you wear for the crowd. I look at the pure golden heart that I carefully formed inside the womb of your mother before you drew your first breath. You are not a random fragment of creation. You are my highly esteemed prize. You are my chosen vessel for this generation. I know your body is carrying a heavy toll. Your head aches from the constant worry. Your bones feel weak every single morning when you try to get out of bed. And because you have been running on empty storage for far too long, I am stepping into your atmosphere right now to release a supernatural wave of restoration over your weary muscles. Breathe in my power. I saw you trying to patch up your own wounds. You used worldly distractions that never quite worked. You sought comfort in places that left you feeling completely empty inside. And when you tried to force open doors that I had tightly locked for your own safety, I had to hold you back. Stop striving in your own strength because your long battle belongs to my upright hand. I stood beside you when you felt the crushing weight of yesterday. It was still sitting on your fragile heart, and I watched you carry that heavy baggage into your today, while constantly dreading what tomorrow might bring to your life. You are fighting monsters that only exist in your anxious thoughts. Let me take those heavy bags from your hands right now because I am your safe refuge. I know how many times you looked at the sky. You asked me for a simple sign of my existence. You wanted a loud thunderbolt or a sudden miracle to prove that I was still listening to your desperate prayers. But I chose to answer you with this quiet whisper instead, because I want to heal the deepest place inside your soul. My silence was never my absence from your life. I watched you defend my name to others. Your own faith was down to its last drop of oil. And you spoke of my goodness to your friends while your own heart was bleeding out in total secret. You remained faithful when everyone else was walking away into the world. Your loyalty in the dark has touched my heart in a way you cannot comprehend. You are not stuck in a permanent grave, my beloved child. You are simply resting in a holy cocoon of divine transformation. The heavy fog that surrounds your life is not a sign of death. It is the thick cloud of my glory that is hiding you from the eyes of the enemy while I finish my perfect work. The preparation of your soul is almost complete. Do you feel that sudden shift in the temperature of your room right now? That gentle warmth in your cold fingers is the touch of my presence, and I am wrapping my arms around your fragile soul so you can finally let go of all the pain you collected. You do not have to pretend to be strong anymore when you are sitting here with me. Just let your tears flow freely. But my child, none of this agony was invisible to my eyes. You thought you were walking through the dark valley all by yourself, but I saw every step of your lonely journey and recorded it. Let me tell you with the ultimate tenderness your soul needs to hear today. I never left you for a single breath, and I am about to show you my power. The tears I witnessed in your dark room are now the precious seeds of what I am about to harvest for your future life. Sit up straight right now and hear what I am about to declare over your troubled destiny. The season that has exhausted your spirit is closing permanently. This is not a gradual change because your ultimate breakthrough has been fully authorized by my heavenly throne today. You must understand this deep truth with your entire soul. Your past delays were never a sign of my divine punishment or cosmic anger. Not punishment, but holy preparation. Not a painful rejection, but my absolute protection from hidden traps. And every single door that slammed shut in your face was my loving way of pruning what would have hindered your spiritual growth. You asked me why certain people walked away when you needed them the most. You felt a deep bitterness because you loved them with a pure heart. But I removed them on purpose because they were not equipped to handle the immense weight of your future abundance. They would have stolen your peace and poisoned the sacred garden that I carefully planted inside your soul. Let me remind you of a young man I placed a great dream inside long ago. He was completely faithful to my voice and his heart was pure, yet I allowed his own family to throw him into a dark cistern without a single shred of mercy. He did not understand the painful betrayal then. He cried out in the heavy silence of that cold pit and wondered why I let it happen, but I was not absent from his deep suffering for a single second. I was building a massive kingdom beneath the surface, where no earthly palace could have prepared him for his destiny. My beloved child, the deep pit you are sitting in right now is not your permanent grave. It is simply your necessary preparation room before you step onto the royal throne I built for you. I saw you trying to force open doors that were locked tightly by my own hand. You thought you were falling behind your friends in the material world. You believed that time was running out for your big dreams. But your human timing is completely different from my precise alignment. I see the end from the beginning, and I know exactly when to release your breakthrough. Do not call that long delay a total failure. Let me reveal the grand design behind your painful wilderness season. You were not lost in the desert because you made a wrong turn. I led you there to separate your spirit from the toxic noise of the crowd. I needed your undivided attention so I could teach you the deep secrets of an unshakable kingdom. The fierce enemy targeted your mind because he saw your rising light from afar. He did not attack your past because your past is already dead and gone. He is absolutely terrified of what I am about to release into your tomorrow. The massive spiritual warfare you felt was the ultimate proof that your life carries an immense purpose that will shake the nations. Your current exhaustion has given you a deep compassion that cannot be manufactured in a comfortable environment. The secret battles you fought on your knees have given you an authority in prayer that the wealthy do not possess. You are not arriving late to your destiny. The painful stripping away was a necessary pruning so you could bear maximum fruit. I am changing the entire foundation of your life today. I am not doing this to destroy your happiness, but to rebuild your identity from scratch. The old foundation was too small for the double portion of blessings that I am preparing to pour into your lap. You must let go of the old structures completely so you can possess the new land. Every painful tear you dropped on your bedroom floor was an investment in your spiritual authority. You learned how to trust my voice when the external circumstances looked completely hopeless. That is the exact definition of a mature faith. You are no longer a fragile child who panics at every little storm, because you have become a seasoned warrior. Think about the flowers that bloom in the perfect season. They do not rush their growth because they trust the natural law I established. Why do you doubt my timing when I hold the entire universe in my palms? I have aligned every second of your life with infinite wisdom. What looked like a cruel delay was actually a holy protection from an unseen disaster. I watched you search for answers in books and worldly advisors. They told you that you were lagging behind the modern standards of success. They measured your worth by your material possessions and your earthly status. But my verdict is completely different from their shallow opinions. I measure your life by the hidden purity of your character. You belong to a unique tribe of chosen overcomers. You were never meant to fit into the common patterns of this superficial world. That is the exact reason why you felt like an isolated outcast for most of your life. The rejection you suffered from your peers was my way of keeping your spirit unstained from their corrupt mindsets. You are set apart. I know you have been counting your tiny resources with an anxious heart. You wondered if I forgot my ancient promise to provide for my children. But I tell you that your lack was a temporary test of your stewardship. I wanted to see if you would remain generous when your pockets were empty. You passed the test by sharing your bread with those in need. Now hear the loud sound of abundance that is gathering in the heavenly realms. The windows of heaven are being unlocked right over your specific location. I am releasing a supernatural stream of provision that will completely erase the memory of your dry years. This is not a human coincidence because my sovereign hand has engineered this breakthrough. The people who laughed at your silent struggle will soon watch your public restoration with total amazement. They thought you were finished when you fell into the valley of grief. They assumed that your story would end in complete shame, but they forgot that I am the master author who writes the final chapter of your life. Your ending will be glorious. I was there when you were overlooked for that major promotion. I was there when your friends forgot to invite you to their celebrations. And I was there when you sat alone in the dark, while wondering if your life mattered to anyone at all. I saw every slight. I recorded every injustice. And I am about to pay you back with a double portion of honor. Your faith is entering a new dimension of spiritual power. You will no longer beg for crumbs because you are an authentic heir to an unshakable kingdom. Stop looking at your current limitations with a spirit of fear. Start looking at the invisible realm where my word is already manifesting your complete deliverance. I have spoken, and it will stand. Stand up right now and shake off the heavy dust of your past defeats. The old season of weeping is officially over, and the morning of your joy is breaking. Listen carefully to the next words, because they will completely shift your reality. I am about to announce the exact decree that will break your invisible chains forever. Prepare your heart. You have been carrying a heavy curse that was passed down through your bloodline for generations. Your ancestors lived under the same ceiling of lack and constant fear. They believed that abundance belonged to someone else, but you were chosen to be the holy cycle breaker who walks out of that pattern permanently because your heart said yes to my call. The waiting season that exhausted your physical body was not a waste of time. It was the precise construction period for the massive blessings you are about to inherit. You could not have handled this level of glory without the deep roots you developed in the dark wilderness. The formation of your soul is complete, and the manifestation begins now. I am declaring over you right now that the old pattern ends here. The heavy ceiling your family has lived under for generations is breaking. I am breaking its authority over your life in this exact moment. You are the one I chose to walk out of that dark prison forever. And because you were faithful during the long nights of total isolation, I am releasing a double portion of my glory into your home today. That strange restlessness inside your chest was not confusion. You felt a quiet stirring every single night. Your spirit was sensing a massive shift in the unseen realm. You knew that something big was approaching your life. And today I am announcing that your long waiting season is officially over, because my angels have already cleared your path to victory. The heavy doors that were locked tightly against your progress are trembling right now. Your enemies cannot stop my sovereign plan for your elevation. I am opening the magnificent gates of abundance with my own righteous right hand. And what was sealed against your family for decades is being unsealed right before your eyes because your time of favor has arrived. What was locked away by the adversary is being unlocked completely. You will see my power manifest in your daily circumstances. No human hand will ever be strong enough to shut these new doors. And while the world is sleeping in total darkness, my Holy Spirit is pouring a fresh financial blessing into your empty hands tonight. The cruel delay you have been living under has fully served its divine purpose. I shielded your fragile soul from rooms you were not ready to enter. I protected your heart from deceptive people who wanted to exploit your kindness. And now I am doing something entirely new, while the ground under your feet shifts to make room for your harvest. You are no longer the silent survivor who must fight in constant fear. I am raising you up to be a majestic beacon of hope. The deep exhaustion you have known has given you a profound compassion, and the secret battles you fought on your knees have given you a mighty authority that the wealthy people of this world do not possess. Your long years of painful formation are finally finished today. Look at the glorious mountain I have been preparing for your feet. You have heard my quiet whisper of peace during the dark night, and now you must hear my thunderous voice declare your total freedom from the invisible weights that kept you stuck in the mud. I have authorized your supreme breakthrough in the courts of heaven. The fierce enemy has no more legal authority over your household. I am stripping away every false label that society placed on your character. And because you are my highly esteemed prize, I am going to manifest your public restoration before the eyes of those who doubted you. Feel the divine fire of my holy presence sweeping through your room. It is burning away the lingering remnants of anxiety and stress. It is clearing the toxic fog of depression from your mind. And as the heavy pressure leaves your physical body right now, you are being baptized in a fresh stream of supernatural energy. The legal decrees of lack and limitation have been torn up completely. Your name is written on the ledger of eternal victory. The people who pushed you down will watch you rise with total astonishment, and they will realize that no earthly force can ever destroy a chosen child who is fully backed by the armies of heaven. I am restoring the precious years that the wilderness stole from you. The time you thought you lost was not a waste of energy. It was the necessary storage unit for your future wisdom. And the immense harvest that is gathering in the heavenly realms will make your long waiting season feel like a brief moment of preparation. Let the heavy weights of bitterness melt away from your spirit. Forgive the ones who threw you into the dark cistern. Forgive the ones who sold your absolute loyalty for temporary gain. And as you release them from the prison of your resentment today, I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a double portion of honor. They intended to destroy your bright future with their vicious betrayals. But I turned their evil actions into your supreme deliverance. Their harsh rejection was the exact catalyst that forced you to seek my face. And because you found me in the deepest part of your lonely valley, you have discovered a sacred wealth that can never be stolen. The dark night of your soul has ended permanently right now. Stand up straight and lift your chin with confidence. Do not shrink back into the shadows of your old insecurities. You have been refined like pure gold in the hottest furnace of affliction, and you are coming out to shine brighter than the midday sun before this generation. Stop running away from your high calling in this world. Look at my face right now in this quiet room. Lay down the heavy bags you have been carrying for years. Pause where you are and lift your tired eyes up. I am speaking to your spirit with urgent purpose, and I need your absolute attention before you walk back into the noisy crowd. Drop the heavy armor of self-protection immediately. Take off the fake mask of strength that you wear for them. Step out of the dry boat of your old comfort zone. This is the exact moment for your bold leap of faith, because I have already prepared the deep waters of my grace to hold your fragile body up. Command your racing thoughts to be absolutely still. Silence the lying voices of fear that whisper defeat. Walk forward without any hesitation on this new path. And as you take your first step of trembling obedience today, you will feel the supernatural power of my right hand holding your spirit steady above the storm. Come closer to me right now, my beautiful child. Let me wrap you in a warm blanket of absolute peace. Breathe in the fresh air of my Holy Spirit right now. Let your heavy heart slow down in this quiet sanctuary. And because the frantic warfare is finally over for your precious soul, you can safely rest inside the secret hiding place of the Most High God. I am speaking softly to your deepest emotional wounds. Let my tender words wash over your bruised memories today. I am fixing every broken piece of your gentle heart, and with the ultimate love of a father who knows your name, I am wiping away the last trace of bitterness from your precious mind. Let the sweet stillness of this alignment settle deeply. You can finally rest your head on my chest. Stop worrying about the details of your financial future, and as you surrender the total control of your life into my hands, you will watch me flatten every crooked mountain that stands in your way. I am preparing a royal table for your soul. This grand feast will happen in front of them. Your cup will overflow with blessings of pure joy, and the people who watched you suffer in the dirt will stand in total awe when they see the magnificent crown of honor that I place on your head. Receive my eternal blessing of protection over your household. No weapon formed against your bright destiny shall prosper. The beautiful light inside your spirit will shine very brightly, and because you are surrounded by a wall of holy fire today, the fierce adversary will never be able to cross your sacred boundary line. Your mind is being filled with supernatural clarity. The ancient fog of confusion is completely gone now. You can see your true path with perfect vision, and as you step out of the dark shadow of your past defeats, you will enter a golden era of tranquility that I have personally established for your life. Rest in the beautiful certainty of my unchanging love for your soul. I will never leave your side in this life. You will never walk through the valley alone. And because the great victory has been fully won on your behalf in the unseen realm, you can walk back into the material world with a light heart and total freedom. You are walking back into the busy material world with a completely light heart and total freedom today. The ancient chains of your painful past are gone forever. And as you step across the threshold of this beautiful season, the fresh atmosphere of my grace will surround your daily steps to protect your mind from fear. The heavy pressure has left your physical body completely. You chose to trust my voice in the dark. Do not let the loud noise of the world steal this profound peace from your soul. The enemy wants you to forget the sacred promises you received in this quiet room. He will try to remind you of your old failures, because he is terrified of your new spiritual authority. But you must stand firm like an unshakable pillar. You belong to me. Your future is fully secured in my hands. You have been a silent survivor through the most brutal storms of life. You kept going when your strength was entirely gone. And today I am telling you that your long period of hiddenness has come to an end, because your true light must shine before this generation. You are my carefully formed masterpiece. I am proud of your trembling obedience. The wilderness season is officially over. Look at the wonderful new road that is opening before your eyes right now. It is a path of restoration and double honor. The crooked mountains have been flattened by my righteous hand. The locked doors have been broken open at my command because your time of favor has arrived. You will no longer beg for crumbs in the material world. You will walk in true abundance every single day. Think about the amazing things I am preparing for your household tonight. I am unlocking the great windows of heaven to pour out a fresh financial blessing over your life. You will have more than enough to pay your bills. You will become a living source of generosity for those who are still struggling in the valley. Your empty storage will be filled with supernatural interest. I know that your mind still tries to worry about the details of tomorrow. Your heart is conditioned to expect disappointment because you were hurt so deeply by the people you trusted. But I am healing those painful memories right now. I am clearing the ancient fog of anxiety from your head. Breathe in my power. Let your stiff shoulders relax completely inside my absolute calm. You do not have to goggle your way through life anymore. I am going to guide your feet step by step with perfect clarity. My voice will bring immediate direction whenever you feel confused by the options before you. You will not stumble into the hidden traps of the adversary because my holy angels are guarding your path. Your victory has been fully won in the unseen realm. The people who laughed at your silent tears will soon watch your public restoration with absolute wonder. They thought your story would end in complete shame when you fell into the valley of grief. They assumed that you were finished forever, but they forgot that I am the sovereign author who writes your final chapter. Your public honor will stun those who doubted your high calling. You are the chosen cycle breaker of your family line. The heavy generational curses of lack and fear have lost their power over your children today. You stood firm when everyone else was walking away into the world. Your secret loyalty in the dark wilderness has touched my heart deeply. And I am rewarding your faithfulness with an everlasting covenant of peace and prosperity. This message was placed in your path through divine orchestration. It was not a random coincidence from a computer program. I guided your hand to this exact video because your soul was crying out for an authentic answer. You have received the supreme truth from my throne tonight. And now there is only one act of holy obedience left for you to perform in this digital sanctuary. Do not let this sacred moment pass without a response from your spirit. You need to anchor this blessing deeply into your life before you return to the busy crowd. We must close the spiritual loop together right now. This is a holy ritual of agreement between your heart and mine. It will seal the breakthrough, so that the enemy can never steal your newfound freedom. Write down the words, "God is my safe refuge," inside the comment section below. This simple phrase is your public declaration of absolute faith. It tells the unseen realm that you have surrendered your worries into my hands. And as you type those characters on your screen, you will feel a physical wave of relief passing through your chest because the heavy burden is leaving you. Let your written words stand as an eternal monument of your trust in my word. The spirit of fear will look at your declaration and flee from your home immediately. You are claiming your true identity as a child of the Most High God. You are locking the door against the lies of the adversary. Your testimony is being recorded in the great books of heaven right now. Like this video immediately as an outward sign of your inward covenant with my presence. This small action is a beautiful gesture of gratitude for the good news you received today. It is a way of saying thank you for the absolute protection I provided during your dark years. Your digital agreement will anchor my peace into the deep foundations of your soul forever. You must not keep this magnificent light to yourself. There are so many weary warriors who are still weeping in the dark valleys of this world. They are secretly crying out for a single spark of hope. I want you to share this message with 3 souls who need my comfort today. By doing this, you are fulfilling your sacred mission as a true bearer of my heavenly light. When you share this video with 3 people, you are becoming the exact miracle they have been begging me to send. You are extending my hands into their desperate situations. And as you help to rescue their troubled minds from heavy anxiety, I will automatically multiply the blessings inside your own household. Your generosity will open the floodgates of divine increase. Subscribe to this channel right now so you do not miss my daily guidance for your future steps. You need to stay connected to this holy stream of encouragement every single morning. The enemy will try to pull you back into the old desert if you walk away from this spiritual community, but my daily words will keep your soul nourished with fresh wisdom and power. Turn on the notification bell immediately to stay fully aligned with my prophetic timing. This is not about supporting a human platform. This is about establishing a consistent rhythm of listening to my voice before you start your busy day. I have so many more secrets to reveal to your spirit in the coming weeks. Your training as a warrior has just entered a new phase. You have stepped out of the old role of a helpless victim. You have entered the royal place of divine stewardship today. You are no longer the one who must survive alone in fear. I am raising you up to be a pillar of strength for your entire community. You will not just survive the coming changes, you will overcome them with total confidence, because I am with you. The waiting season is officially dead and buried in your past. Do not look back at the graves of your old disappointments. Do not waste your precious energy wondering what might have happened if things went differently. I have redeemed every single mistake you made along the way. I am turning your greatest failures into your most powerful testimony for my glory. Receive my ultimate blessing of absolute peace over your body and mind tonight. Let my deep love wash away the final traces of your weariness. You are safe in my arms. You are protected by my wall of holy fire. No weapon formed against your bright future shall ever prosper. Go back into the world with a light heart, because your magnificent breakthrough is already manifesting. I am walking with you through every single door that opens tomorrow. I will never leave your side for a single breath. Your life is an exquisite masterpiece that will bring great joy to my heart forever. Trust the path. Choose faith over fear in every decision. You are my beloved child, and my favor will surround your destiny until the very end of time. Amen.